My sister Anna was full of life until her world got taken away from her one day. It all started a year ago when I turned 18. I was excited about finally becoming an adult, and the day could not get any better when my sister strutted across the hallway hand in hand with a mysterious person. I glanced up and took a better look at this person to see that he was charming and dashing. She introduced him to us. His name was Gary Anderson, and he was a renowned cardiothoracic surgeon. I was expecting her to be introducing him as her boyfriend, but then it dawned on me. She was wearing an exquisite diamond ring on her finger. It hit me that she was engaged and getting married. Everything was so sudden, but I could not be happier. With her being busy becoming a cardiologist, I was starting to worry if she would even find to date a guy. Being proved wrong seemed nice for the first time. They got married just 1 week after their big announcement at Cocoa Beach. Anna shifted to his Florida condo, and I missed her a lot. I decided to pay her a surprise visit one day, but I never expected to see what she was going through. She gave me her condo's keys as a mark of trust, so I let myself in instead of knocking. She was sitting on the couch with tears in her eyes and a black eye. I should have known something was wrong at that moment, but she somehow convinced me it was all her fault. She said that she triggered Gary's rough childhood memories, making him lash out at her. She asked me to stay the night, but I was unsure if this was the right time to stay. But seeing her condition, I could not say no. Gary came back from the office. I can never forget how his expressions openly expressed his disgust and distaste. It was clear that he did not want me there in his home. Gone was his devilish smile and charming vibes that made him a catch. It was like he was in chaos. He was stuck in limbo. I convinced myself that it was just his childhood grief and trauma that he was projecting onto me, and to this day, I wish that what I believed was right. Suddenly, his expression went neutral and he hugged me. We sat down and chatted about how we were doing. I had to admit that he was a bit of a narcissist, but I guess when you're up there saving lives, you do end up thinking highly of yourself. He liked being in power, and he was extremely meticulous and calm when doing his work. It had just been a month since their wedding, and he teased me how I could not give them some privacy. My sister was smiling, and I decided to push away my gut feeling. After all, she was the most brilliant lady out there. I bid my goodbye and left the following day, and I did not hear from her until the next month. She drunk dialed and complained about he was blind to her pain. My exams were close by, so I did not pursue this matter by going to her place. Both mom and dad were in Brazil on a year-long vacation because they had just retired. Anna later confessed that she was just angry that he was not paying attention to her because he was too busy saving lives. However, they talked through and decided to give more time to each other. Things were going well, and she got pregnant right on their 9th-month anniversary. I was busy with college and she was sitting for an exam and handling her pregnancy simultaneously, so I decided not to pester her. Out of the blue, she called me. She was crying and horrified. My heart started racing, and even now I wonder if she would be alive if I had not chosen to study at the University of Florida. Yeah, that's right. I sped my car and drove as fast as I could. I was just in time to see Gary wielding a knife. I threw myself at him and I tackled the knife. I guess the defense classes really helped. The police arrived soon and they took him away. Anna was sobbing and told me how she accidentally found a trap door that led her to a dark room full of stench. Upon switching on the lights, she found a square room with jars. Each jar had bones or hearts in them. Upon the walls were the pictures of his victims with a red cross on them. I could see 2 unfilled jars, one with my face and one with Anna's. We were gonna die if she had not found the trapdoor. I saw the light leave my sister's face. She was disheartened and had a breakdown. Gary was diagnosed and experts declared him to be a psychopath. Tests also revealed that the oldest bone was 11 months old, which means that their talk about his childhood incident triggered his psychopathic nature. If only my sister had gotten him help for him, things may have been different. But nothing can be done now, except hoping my nephew does not inherit Gary's psychopathic genes. Gary was prosecuted and sent to a high-security psychiatric prison where he is receiving while Anna is going to regular therapy.